What's good, family? Welcome back to the channel. Now, you guys all know, just being on the internet, you come across some new things, some interesting things, and some things are just out of the box that you would have never thought you would see before. In this video right here, we have this lady. She's 33 years old, and she goes on TikTok crying her eyes out for the fact that she is suffering from touch deprivation. She says that she hasn't been touched in about 5 years. And in my mind, I'm like, yo, how does that even happen? Like, you don't have one friend? And, like, if you do, you can't ask for a hug or for, like, a handshake or something? Or if not even that, like, you never just thought of, like, possibly going maybe to a church or like, some sort of community gathering? I go to church, and the people there are very loving. Even you might get a hug and you don't really need to ask for one. You get what I'm saying? So, like, how are you out here crying on TikTok suffering because of that? Let's find out.
I am really struggling with something, and I want to talk about it. But before I do, I need people, if you are a parent who was like touched out by your children, I do not want to see you in the comments. If you are someone with any kind of neurodivergency and it manifests or shows up as you not liking touch or people touching you, I do not want to see you in the comments. Okay? But I feel like I'm dying from like touch starvation, y'all. I don't get hugs. I don't know. I feel like if I were to get the kind of hug that I fucking really want, I would crumble into pieces. I don't. How do you deal with that? I really need to be like touched. And I know someone's gonna say like, okay, go to the salon and get your hair done, or get a massage, or get your nails done, right? So someone can hold your hand. None of those people love me. None of those services love me. Right? But I'm really struggling. I'm really struggling with like, I don't get hugs. That shit is, it could be like maybe a hello, whatever, maybe, but it's not enough. I don't know how how am I gonna go the rest of my life like this? I think that's really hard. I'm just really struggling. I'm really struggling. Like I spent like last night just going like this. Like 20 minutes. I'm just, if anyone else is struggling, what are you doing?
Hey, I'm glad, you know what I'm saying? It's a good thing that she's coming on the internet and asking, and she's showing what she needs help with. So she's most likely going to come across this video, because that's usually what happens when I do make videos, especially like when it's one specific individual. And definitely the only advice I could possibly give you is just to read the Bible. Now, it may sound cliche. I would definitely say start off with the New Testament, just for the fact that it talks about Jesus, and Jesus was an all-loving individual. He loved everyone unconditionally, and that's just expressing a story of love. You feel what I'm saying? So you can actually start to feel it and think it and know it. You know what I mean? And that right there, it really seems like that's what she needs help with, to be honest with you guys. You want someone to hug you that actually loves you. You don't want just like a salon worker or, or a massage person. Like, you want someone that's going to hug you, that is going to actually like have a love for you in their heart. And you can really find that within Christians. Now, I'm not saying all people who label themselves as Christians are just going to love you, but I am saying you can find that within the body of Christ. And that's just the fact of the matter. You have a much higher chance of doing that, because even being out in the world, like I'll take a walk down the block, like some people just genuinely don't like people, and it's kind of interesting. It is interesting, y'all, but it's the world we live in. It says, "How are you feeling today?"
I will not hold you. I'm getting my ass kicked emotionally. I've been a wreck since this morning. Like, I was crying, full on sobbing on the train, and I was reading fucking smut. You know, I'm far gone. My is going through it today.
So she was going through it emotionally,
I'm getting my ass kicked emotionally.
sobbing
I've
on the
been
train.
a wreck since this morning. Like, I was crying, full on sobbing on the train, and I was reading fucking smut.
And you're reading smut. Come on, what it? If y'all don't know what smut is, I'm gonna show y'all right here. I'm gonna show y'all. So smut is basically. Oh my, what the? Smut is basically a book, or a genre of books that people make basically about dark love, which is like 50 Shades of Grey type of joint. I'm gonna look it up and I'm gonna show you guys right here. Like it's these type of books, like The Dark Lover. You feel what I'm saying? The Deal, and it usually just revolves around like all this pleasure and like sexual things. You feel what I'm saying? It's that type of book. I've never read that type of book. You guys know the type of book I read. You know what I'm saying? It has to do with Jesus. But when it comes to that, now it's like you putting yourself in hell now. You know what I'm saying? You're in. So you want this physical touch, and now you're reading books about people receiving all this lustful touch. Like, it doesn't have to do with love. That's like me going on a diet or me going on a fast and then literally walking into a buffet and just looking at it. Like, yeah, I'm putting myself in. I would be crying too. You know what I'm saying? Yo, you putting yourself through hell. You're in need of touch, but then you reading books about people all doing all these lustful things like 50 Shades of Grey. You playing yourself. You doing that to yourself. You're adding to it now. You feel what I'm saying? You're adding to it. Come on. There's another update. It says, "Aren't you strong and independent, modern American female? You don't need no man, right? So we've heard you all, and your wish is your command." Oh wow. Okay, let's see what she has to say to respond to this.
Watched my video of me crying out for a hug and agreed with it. It is okay as a man if it resonated with you. We know that men are lonely. You do not have to lean into your anger, into your misogyny to avoid your feelings. It is okay to have watched me crying out for a hug and wished that you had the strength to do the same, to ask for what your needs are. To exist in a world where you as a man don't think that the only person in the world that can give you intimacy is the one person you're prioritizing in fucking.
Whoa, what's going on?
It is okay to...
What happened to answering the... I thought she was supposed to answer the question. It says, "Aren't you strong and independent, modern American female? You don't need no man, right?" Because no, I'm not. There are a lot of women out here that be like, "Nah, I don't need no man." You feel what I'm saying? I thought she was supposed to be answering that question.
Be sad that you are not being hugged. I'm sorry that the way that you have been hurt up until this point lets you see that video and react like this, as if it's part of some grand conspiracy. I'm sad for you. I am so sad that you have no concept of community, that you feel so abandoned and so neglected, that you don't understand someone crying out and yearning for community, that understands the healing power of touch, platonic and familial. I am so sorry for you. This doesn't hurt me. This hurts you. I wish you could hug your friends. I don't know about your family. I wish that you had family that hugged you. That you heard man up a little bit less. That you didn't internalize it in this way. That when someone reminds you of you, you don't You respond with anger because
Nah,
that's how you.
she said this doesn't hurt me. This hurts you. That was different. I'm not gonna lie, cause he is probably hurt from that. He's probably hurt from a lot of women saying that they don't need men. You probably not, girls and stuff like that. She just want to look for a hug. Yo, we're really on the topic of discussion of hugs right now. Who knows where this, you know what I'm saying? Who knows where the content on this channel goes? But she just looking for a hug that's just completely platonic. I already told her where she could find that. You know what I'm saying?
You respond to you. And if you need to go to other countries to find women to have sex with and to engage in sexual tourism, it is okay to also just say that, to admit it. Don't put it on anybody else. Okay? Own your behavior and own your feelings. Okay? I think maybe that'll go better for you.
I don't know. I don't know how we end up getting into the chitty chitty bang bang. I don't know how we ended up getting into that. But she had a point. You know what I mean? And from the angle that the dude was coming from that comment, I don't know if she was that type of woman to say, no, I don't need a man and they're so independent and things like that. But there is a genre of girls, of women out there that are literally like, they almost belittle men. Like, nah, you know what I'm saying? I don't need a man to have. We can be codependent, man and woman. Like, that's the way the family structure should be, especially when you're having children and raising them up together. You feel what I'm saying? But I already gave her the answers. I already told her what book to read. You know what I'm saying? And this is really just coming from a logical standpoint at this point in time. Like, just completely logically. I don't have to be labeled as a Christian. But if I wanted to experience love, I understand that what's put in the Bible is talked about unconditional love throughout all the Gospels. It was a man that was literally being cursed and crucified, and he was still forgiving them, still loving them. I'm like, yo, that's real love right there. You know what I'm saying? That's real love right there. But look, you guys, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Make sure you do smash the like button, subscribe, turn on post notifications. I'm going to catch you guys in the next one the same way you're going to catch me in the next one. Peace. Love y'all.